Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this week we're gonna be playing with something called thermochromatic pigments, or aka color changing pigments. So I'm really excited. I bought 3, and the reason I only bought 3 is because they are dang expensive, and I got them off of Amazon. I'll put them in my Amazon link down in the description if you want to find them. But they are called, yeah, okay, I was just making sure I said it right, thermochromatic color changing pigments. This is what they look like. So the ones I got are pink to black, blue to violet, and green to yellow. So if you're interested to see if these are gonna work in resin, then continue watching. I know I'm excited to see if these work. Okay, so my plan is I want to make, obviously, some like pendants, like necklaces, because you know you're going to be wearing that and it should like warm up being on your skin and change color. And I want to do that with casting resin, but I also, for whatever reason, I feel like returning to the dreaded UV resin. It's not by Let's Resin. I just have it hiding in this box because I don't want to smell it. So this is what the black one looks like starting out. It does kind of have more of like a charcoal color, kind of like a tint of pink in there. It's gonna be crazy to watch this go from black or a charcoal color to pink. And then this is what the green one looks like. Again, these were kind of sitting in the sun right before the video started, or I started the video, and so it does have like some chunks do look yellow already. And then this is the blue to violet. So they all kind of have that tint of the color that they're going to be turning into, but that might just be because they were sitting in the sun. So I want to get started. I'm going to mix up some resin and then we will pour into some of these molds. I also have a big heart mold that I kind of want to make a foundation mixing palette out of. Like, hold your thumb right in there. I think it'll be cute and color changing, and while you're holding it, it'll change colors. So I'm going to try that out, and I really hope that that works. So we're going to be trying these 2 different resins. Give me like a millisecond for you to mix up some casting resin, and I will be right back. We're going to get this started. Ooh, the sun just like came in. Okay, so I've got my mixed up resin. I was just kind of going over the directions, so it does recommend using a lab coat. Does a sweatshirt count? And then it says to use gloves and a dust respiratory mask. This is for fumes and all kinds of shiz, so I think this one's fine. It also says it's non-toxic or harmful to human health. Then why do I gotta wear a respiratory mask for this? So in the directions it does say the binder could be of glue, resin, silicone, paint, nail polish, or any medium adhesive suitable for the corresponding surface you want to apply on. So resin is in here, just so you guys know. It is like kind of like one of the things it says it can do. So I am going to pour some resin into some separate cups so that we can kind of mix the pigment into it. You definitely don't want to be like pouring resin in and then putting the pigment in and mixing that in, because you could get clumpy. So I'm going to get 3 cups, because we have 3 different colors for both the UV resin and the casting resin, almost a crafting resin, so that we can mix the colors into the resins, and then we'll be pouring them into the molds and see what they do. We will have some instant gratification with the UV resin, but we will have to wait 24 hours for the casting resin, which is what I'm going to do the heart in. So yeah, let's get started with that. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in and say hi, and also I'm very sorry for my way too much, like way too much gene. It kicks in hardcore, like it comes in hot in this video, like scorching hot. And for some reason, okay, so whenever I'm making videos for you guys, I am always trying to spice it up. I'm always saying, like, how can I make this extra interesting? How can I make this super cool for them? And for some reason in this video, that meant glitter. There's a lot of glitter in this video. I put glitter on everything. Put that shiz on everything. And so yeah, that's what I did, and I just wanted to pop in and say hi and that I'm sorry. And I'll probably be popping in another second or two because there's something else that I did that I'm like, why did I do this? But you know, it's my too much gene. So, hi, sorry. I hope you still enjoy this. So I warned you that there was going to be another way too much thing that I'm going to do in this video. So I'm back as promised, and what I'm doing here is, and I didn't even tell you, that's how extra it is that I didn't even tell you I was going to do this. But last second I was like, oh my god, how come I'm not making coasters? Because, you know, when you put a cup down on it, it's going to change the color of it. I thought it was genius, so I had to do it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm making some like coasters. You guys have probably seen those like geode style coasters. Well, I wanted to do those and try that out with the color changing pigments. So that's what we're doing here. I just wanted to give you a little explanation, and also, again, I want to reiterate that I apologize. I'm sorry for the way too much that is happening. I realize, you know, it's a lot, but I hope that you still enjoy this. Are you enjoying this? I hope so. Okay, you guys, so I have like a mixture of different ways that I did this. So in some pieces I mixed a couple different pigments together, and then in other pieces I just did the one solid, like one solid black, one solid green, one solid blue. Obviously I have like the big heart that is all three colors together, and then I have the coasters which are all three together. So what we're going to do now is test all of them. What I want to do is take my heat gun. Here, let me pull it out. I'm going to take my heat gun and probably try to warm them all up and see if we can get them to change color. And then what I also want to do, like for the coasters, is get a cup or a mug of like hot water or whatever. Like I'm going to boil some water and then put the cup on top and see if it changes color, because that's the whole idea of. So let's get into testing all of these things out and hope that they work. Okay, so you guys can feel however you want to feel about them, but in my opinion, these are super effing cool. Like these, I will say, it is hard, not hard, but it does take a lot of heat to get them to change color, and once they do, they stay that way. Like this one was one of the black ones that turned pink, and it is still pink, even though I did that like maybe 10 minutes ago. And to get them to go back to their original color, I do have to put them in the freezer to get them to be cold again, or cold enough to change back to their original color. So this is the heart that turned pink. I put it back in the fridge so that it would turn black again. So this one is like the original color. It's like black, purpley kind of, but like deep purpley. And then this is how it looks when they're all warmed up. Like how cool is that? And it did work when I put the mug of hot water on one of the coasters. It did warm it up, and I just think these are super cool. The only thing that doesn't, like this is the cool, like it's This is gorgeous. It is crazy in the back. It kind of looks like a galaxy. It's so pretty. There's a lot of like depth to it, but this piece is so big that I don't think if I were holding it, like I would have to hold it for a very long time, and I would have to be like sweating to get this to warm up in my hands. I feel like obviously I didn't stand there for a half hour holding this. I'll try to update you guys to see if it does work, but right now it is still warmed up, so it is kind of like purpley and pink and yellow green. Like, this is crazy pretty. I have the black heart that I showed you guys just a second ago that I told you I put in the freezer to get black again, and I'm just kind of holding it to see what it'll do if I'm just holding it and not using the heat gun on it. But while I'm waiting for this to cook, I love this. I think this is super cool. I don't normally make coasters like this, but I thought I had to since we were using color changing pigments. So let's open up my hand and see what it looks like. Oh my god, it's pink. Like, oh my god, wow, we already know this works. But it is cool to just know that it can heat up with the, like, just your body heat and not having to do like a hot heat gun or like a hair dryer or anything like that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really want to know what you guys think of these because I'm in love with them. And let me know if you have them and you tried them out. I feel like you could do some crazy cool projects with these. So let me know if you have, and tag me on Instagram if you do use these or if you have before. I love you to absolute death, and make sure you're following me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.